I am quite shinier than I intended to be. I'm wearing concealer as foundation today. I'm playing with a concealer I got in the mail. It's not a new one, but I replaced an old one because it was it had gone bad. I did powder, but I'm trying to decide if it's too distracting. Am I too shiny? I don't know. But I'm also trying a new gloss too. So this is Erin's Faces. This is their fruit smoothie lip gloss, and this is in the shade Eros. It's pretty nice. Maybe I'm okay. I don't know. Whatever. Aside from that, I did find that little dry shampoo from this month's Detox box. I didn't see it initially in the box, but now all those little like wormy paper things I throw in like the worm bin. So I have like a bag that I was throwing in those things in to take outside. And I was out there this morning just checking on the worms, and I saw this at the bottom of the bag. So I was like, oh, okay. So I tried this today. I mean, it worked decently well. I mean, it's like dry shampoo. I think if I'm gonna go with like a dry, like powder dry shampoo, I still prefer the Momi dry shampoo just because I really love the scent on that one. This one's charcoal and biotin, which I don't know if it's really gonna make any kind of difference in, you know, like biotin is supposed to be for hair growth or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know that a dry shampoo would really make any kind of difference in that, but I mean, it worked well enough. It, you know, got the grease out of my hair. I didn't wash it today, so I guess that's my final thought on the final product in the Detox box. It's okay. The real star of the show, I think, is the exfoliating shampoo. So if you don't want like the whole box, I would recommend picking up the exfoliating shampoo because I really do like that. Okay, so let's do an Empties. I haven't done one. I'm doing them every other month now, or every 2 months, because I did January, February. Now we have March, April. We're already more than halfway into May. So let's do Empties. And we'll start with April, obviously. And I really was focusing pretty heavily on using up a lot of products in April and May, as you'll see, because I used up a lot of stuff. So like I went through my collection and I figured out, you know, like what stuff's been hanging around the longest, what needs to be used up. And then I did use up some other stuff, maybe that wasn't as old. But in May, I really did use up a lot of stuff. Okay, so let's do some body things, I guess. I used a lot of bath and body items this month, actually. So I used 2 of these Bathorium bath bombs, both in the Pomelo Grove scent. I really love these. These are just like the best bath bombs that I've used. I have some bath cubes from a company called Lola Jane, but they're small. They do not fizz for a very long time. These actually fizz for quite a long time. They leave like a really nice moisturizing layer in the tub, and they just feel really nice. They're a little bit expensive, but I definitely think that they're worth it. So if I'm gonna suggest to you like any bath bomb that I've tried, I really love these. And I just love the Bathorium line in general. I love their bath crushes. I love their bath bombs. I love their kids stuff. I have another thing here. This is the Little Charlie Coconut and Oat Bath Soak. I really love this for Oliver's baths too, because again, it just makes the bath water just really nice and hydrating, just really moisturizing. And it sort of like works as like a bath. What am I trying to say? Like like a cleanse. So it says no soap needed, use bath water to cleanse the skin. So, I mean, yeah, I do shampoo his hair and stuff like that, but like as far as like soap on the rest of his body, this works well, that I don't really feel like I need to soap up his whole body or whatever. And most days he doesn't get too dirty because like he doesn't go to preschool right now, and I won't let him outside most days just because I don't want to clean up the dirt, but so he doesn't get too dirty. He has a bath like every other day, but we really do like that. We like the Bathorium bath products. So then I have the Borika Mocha and Cinnamon Natural Body Scrub. This company is no longer in existence. I found this in the back of my cabinet. I forgot that I still had some of this. It's like a coffee scrub. It's coffee, cacao, cinnamon, jojoba, and Epsom salt. So, you know, not like a revolutionary formula or anything by any means. And I don't really like coffee scrubs just because they are a bit messier, and I just don't prefer that. This one was fun though. I mean, it smelled like cacao and cinnamon, which is nice. But yeah, this company's not in existence. Even if they were, I wouldn't rebuy that just because I prefer more sort of like neutral sugar scrubs, like the Live Botanical body scrub, which I think is also sold out right now, I'm not really sure. The Natural Logic Cacao body scrub, which smells like German chocolate cake. I love that one. They do have a coffee one as well, but I do like their sort of more neutral colored one better. I just like the granules on it. I like the way it feels. And then I'm also really loving the Skin Alchemists one that was in the box that I did with the Beauty Garden. That one is like spicy and it smells really good, but it also doesn't have that like dark color that like gets all over the shower. So I did finish that up. It still smelled fine, so I just went ahead and used that up. But yeah, I wouldn't rebuy that even if it was available. The last, I think, oh no, I've got two more body things. So I've got this. I finished up the Free and True Body Profit. This was the one that was in the Beauty Heroes box last year, and I fell in love with it. I love the texture of it. I love the way it makes my skin feel. It's affordable. It's large as well, so it's 6.8 ounces. Like most body products, body oils or whatever, you're getting, you know, anywhere from like 2 to 4 ounces, and this one is a big 6.8 ounces, and I love that. I did buy a backup because I love that. I will always have that. It's one of my favorite body products ever. And then I did use one of the Osmia Prima body soaps. This is still in my shower, but when I like take the soap out of the box, I throw it in my Empties, just so I don't like forget about it when I do finish the soap, because sometimes it can take me a couple of months to finish soap, because sometimes I'll use soap, sometimes I'll use body wash. It sort of depends, but this one's nice. This was one of their spring soaps. I usually don't get my hands on their you know, sort of like limited edition seasonal collections or whatever, just because they end up selling out before I remember, you know, hey, that's available. As with most limited edition things, like I found this bathing suit today that was just like super cute, but it was like a limited edition thing and it was like already all sold out, and I was like, well, dang it. I hate that. I hate that things are like limited edition. Like I want to buy the things I love, you know, all the time, but like I get it. You'd like, you know, for the hype and whatever. Anyway, but yeah, that was nice. I did buy 2 of these just because I was like trying to get to free shipping, and I threw in a second soap. So I do have 2 of these ones, and that one's a really nice one. I think that's probably my favorite of the 3 spring soaps. They're ridiculously expensive, and I make sure that my husband doesn't use them because he goes through soap way too fast. It just angers me how fast he uses soap, and these are very expensive. So I save these for myself. If I'm gonna give him soap, I'll buy him like, you know, the $5 soap at the grocery store, the $6 Copa Kawaii soaps that are also really nice, but I'll save the $20 soaps for myself. Okay, so I have a dental thing, and then the rest of this is like all skincare. I finished up one of the David's toothpastes. I forget which scent this was in or which flavor this was in. I can leave it down below. It's the one in the pink tube, but I really like that. David's toothpaste is my favorite toothpaste company. I'm using the charcoal one right now. But yeah, I love the David's toothpaste. It's the only one I'm gonna buy from now on. I am gonna try those bite ones that I showed you guys in my last This Just In. I haven't tried those yet, but I am gonna try those. But as far as like liquid, you know, or like cream, whatever you wanna call this, toothpaste, this kind of formula, as far as that goes, I'm not gonna be buying any other, you know, toothpaste formula just because I don't like them. I don't like Desert Essence that much. I don't like Jason's. I don't like Tom's of Maine. I don't like, well, I kind of do want to try Risewell. I know Beauty Heroes sells them. I might pick some up this weekend when they're doing their 20% off sale, which I probably won't get this video out by the time that's over, or maybe I will, I don't know. But Beauty Heroes is doing 20% off this weekend, and I was looking at the toothpaste, that Risewell, because I've seen a few people talk about that, and I do really love the Jason's, but I think if I see a lot of people talk highly about that one, maybe that one is also a good one. So I thought I might try that one too. It is more expensive than the David, so getting it at the 20% off is probably like the best time to do it, because I don't really want to pay like, what is it, $12 for a tube of toothpaste? I mean, David's is 10, but like 12, I mean, it seems like a lot. And then their mouthwash is like $18 or something like that. So we'll see. But that's the only other one I'm sort of like interested in trying. I don't really like many other toothpaste formulas that I've tried. So we'll see how the bite, you know, little tablets do. Okay, so the rest of what I've got is skincare. I don't have any masks necessarily. I have things you could use as masks, not like actual masks, but I do have one of these In Beauty Project Electrify Lightning Eye Bolt masks, and these are fun to use. I pull out one of these sort of like eye mask things like at least once a month when I'm having like a really puffy day, or, you know, my under eyes just need some like love. Like maybe I read I mean, this would only apply to May, but like maybe I read like a really sad book and like I cried a lot, and then I, I woke up in the morning and I had like double bags under my eyes, like I did when I finished the book Me Before You. Like I had watched that movie before I read the book. I bought that book like last year and I found it in my bookshelf, so I pulled it out. I watched that movie, like it's been out for like 4 years or something, but I'd never read the book yet, and I just read the book this month, and like the movie wrecked me. Like I knew the book was gonna wreck me too, but like, oh my God, I was like sobbing. It was at nighttime, like when I finished this book, it was like at night. We were in the hotel when we went on vacation. I was just like sobbing in bed, like quietly, just like sobbing, and my husband was like, oh my God, like hurry up and finish the book. It was funny, but yeah, like when I woke up the next morning, like I just had like the worst under eye bags like of my life. Whenever I cry, my under eyes just get like they get really deep and like bad. But anyway, that's when I use like that kind of thing. I also did finish up 2 boxes of the Hero Mighty Patch Invisibles. I apparently broke out a lot in April. I do share these with my husband, but I'm not sure if he used either one of these. I know I used quite a few. Like I did break out quite badly a couple of months ago, but my skin's been doing pretty good. Like I did have, where even is it? Oh, it's right here. Oh, the concealer covers it really well. I did have sort of like a breakout, like in this, I had like a cluster thing going on last night, and then I put on like one of those really big patches that covers like the large area, and it took it down. It took it down pretty well. And then the concealer also covered it pretty nicely, so that was good. Okay, so I have one mist and like some other skincare things. So I finished up this Kukui and jojoba exfoliator. This one, I don't really like it. This like little tiny thing came in the Beauty Heroes box, and I'd already opened it before I sent, you know, a bunch of pie stuff to one of you guys, and I didn't want to like give you this. I didn't want to give this, I finished it. I don't like it. It doesn't exfoliate enough for my skin. Like if you are someone who needs like a really, really gentle exfoliation, this might do well for you. But for me, it just doesn't, it doesn't exfoliate enough, and I don't really enjoy pie. You guys know that. Okay, so then I finished up also the Athara Pure Indian Glow Face Scrub. This is like a powdered turmeric brightening cleanser. I really, really like this. I mixed it in with like a gel cleanser, and then would sort of leave it on as like a mask when I like shave my legs or whatever. I only use this in shower. I only use these powdered cleanser kind of type products in shower. So I mix them in with like a gel cleanser or a cream cleanser or something like that, and then I leave them on as a mask, you know, when I'm shaving, or just sitting in the shower if I'm not shaving that day or something like that, because I do have those days. But I really like this. The only con is I wish it came in like a bigger size. Like 2 ounces, I went through it very, very fast. If she made this in like a 4-ounce jar, that would be perfect, and I love that. It's very gentle. It doesn't have like really large exfoliating granule bits. If you're looking for, see, like this is the kind of thing, so these are supposed to like do the same thing. So this is like a brightening exfoliator. This is a brightening exfoliator. This one is like liquid and this one's dry, so there's a difference there, but I like this one better. It is very gentle, so this would be great for somebody who's got sensitive skin too and wants an exfoliator but needs something very gentle, where this one I just felt like did nothing for my skin. So these 2 products compare, but this is, the Athara Pure is much better if you're looking for something like that. I also finished up a Josh Rosebrook Active Enzyme Exfoliator. This was very old. It expired in 2020, so this was not something that I was going to give to somebody. I ended up using this like on my chest. I did not use this on my face because I hate this product on my face. It's very large in like granules because it's got like the walnut powder, but I don't find that it exfoliates my face at all. It's supposed to be chemical and physical. I don't find that it does either one. So I just used it in this area, just to sort of get rid of it. So I think that's the last of the enzyme exfoliator that I've got. I do have a few of his other products that I'll probably try to use up over the next year or so, because most of them are older and they're not anything that I would feel comfortable sort of like giving away. But yeah, that was an older product and I finished that up. I don't like it, wouldn't recommend it, wouldn't rebuy it. I also have the Graydon Green Cream. This is called something else now, which I'm blanking on at this moment. I have talked about this quite a lot on my channel recently because I have been using it the last couple of months. I'm not right now because I am retesting another skincare line because they're being featured in a box next month. So I like to retest. You know, I like to use skincare lines for like, you know, products that are coming in upcoming boxes, like when I have the products. So anyway, I'm using a different moisturizer right now, but I really like this one because this one is great when I'm having like an acne breakout. It works really well for me. I really, really, really enjoy this. And I finished this one. It's like a phytoretinol kind of product. I think it has like the moth bean and the bakuchiol, but I really enjoy it. It works really well for my skin. Would rebuy that again. And then the last thing that I had in April was the Nene Organics Rain Hydrating Essence. Oh my God, this stuff is so good. This is actually, I went through 2 bottles. You'll see another one in May. And I'm using something else right now because I'm trying to use up a few other mists, but I would love to pare down my mist collection to only like the bare few that my skin really loves, and this is one of them. I will use this as long as he makes it. Hopefully he never stops making skincare because I would love to use this till the day I die. It's just so hydrating and it's like lightly exfoliating but not like super intense. Where the product that I could probably compare this the closest to is the Free and True AHA mist that they have, which isn't really like a toner product because I don't really use this as like a toner. I use it as like a first step before my skincare. That other one I use only at night because that one is much more intense. And I wouldn't feel comfortable using that during the day if like I knew I was going out. But that one is more intense. It's like an exfoliating water. I guess the Hanua Bright Beauty Water is sort of like this in the similar warehouse. But this one is like lightly exfoliating without being irritating, without being too strong, while also hydrating, and just it feels really great on the skin. So this one just has all the bases covered, and I would totally recommend this over any of those other products. So that's what I had for March. I think I said April before. That's what I had for March, and now I'll get out April's empties. All right, I really worked hard to use up quite a lot of stuff in April. I'm like, I've got my months all messed up because it's like almost the end of May now, so I feel like I should be saying May. But I have a different empties bucket for May. But I worked really hard to use up quite a few things in April. I used up a lot of body products. I used up a lot of skincare. I used up a bunch of masks that were like sort of on their last legs. But one thing that I didn't use up that I'm throwing away because it went bad is the Solera Sun Care Time Traveler Ageless Daily Defense Sunscreen. So this was actually the second one that they sent me because the first one that they sent me ended up separating very soon after I got it. And this one is not actually even a year old yet because they sent me that other one less than a year ago. So this one, they sent me this one less than a year ago, and this one did that separating thing again. So I did rebuy the body sunscreen for this summer because I know that I can go through it, you know, through the summer, because I checked all the other sunscreens. I checked my other body sunscreens and they all did this sort of like separating thing. So I just want to make sure that I use it because I liked that body sunscreen, but I just want to make sure that I use it this summer before it does the separating thing. But I probably won't buy the face sunscreen again just because I sometimes don't finish sunscreens that fast, and I don't want to have like this separating like weird water bubbling thing. Like, you can see that like the water is like coming out, but like not the sunscreen. So I'm throwing that away. I think I need to find the other body sunscreens. I have them somewhere, and just toss those as well because they're no good anymore. But I do like them as SPF. You just have to use them really quickly. But there are a lot of other SPFs out there that don't do that. So if you don't even want to like mess with that, I would recommend like skipping the Solera, even though I do like the formula. I think they just have like a weird thing going on with the emulsification of it. It does this weird like breaking thing. I might reach out to them again and just tell them, hey, this is like less than a year old and it still did this, or do you still have like a problem? We'll see. We'll see if I reach out to them about it, because sometimes I'll say that and then I just don't. Yeah, that happened. I'm throwing it away. I finished up a couple of hair things. I think this is all that I have. Hair-wise, I did finish up my first of the InnerSense True Enlightenment Scalp Scrub. I do have quite a few of these because I bought one and then they came in, you know, a couple of other sort of like bundles or like limited edition boxes through Beauty Heroes and Detox Market after that. So I have 2 more of these and I love it. This is not like a shampoo scrub, so it's not gonna suds the way that the Briogeo or the Goop one will. This one is strictly just like a exfoliation treatment, just to sort of like clarify your scalp. I really like it sort of like every couple of weeks to sort of like just give my head like an invigorating scrub. I really enjoy this. I love it a lot. I will rebuy it again. I do recommend it if you're looking for something like that, but if you're looking for something that's more along the lines of like the Goop one that's actually like a scalp shampoo, like an exfoliating shampoo, I would go with the Briogeo exfoliating shampoo scrub, just because I don't purchase from the Goop brand, but the Briogeo one is It's a Black-owned brand, a woman-owned brand, so I definitely would recommend supporting them over, you know, Gwyneth Paltrow's brand. The other thing that I finished up was the Joss Rosebrook Serum Spray. This was the second one of these I went through. I really did like this. It's great for like days when I didn't want to dry my hair because it does reduce the amount of frizz that my hair gets. But Joss Rosebrook is another brand that I don't want to support anymore. You are free to do whatever you want. I don't judge anybody who supports Joss Rosebrook, but I just don't want to support him or his like negative Nancy behavior. I just don't like it. So that's hair stuff. Some body things. I have quite a few body things actually. So a couple of things for Oliver that we finished up are the Plenty Naturals Apple and Broccoli Hair and Body Wash. I've been using this since he was born. Absolutely love it. It is still my favorite for him. It's gentle, it gets in his eyes and it doesn't bother his eyes. It works as bubble bath, it works as shampoo, it works as body cleanser. I will use this until he decides, I don't know, at some age that he wants to, you know, try something else or something like that. But this works really well for now. We've been using it for years. He's almost 5 years old, and I will continue to use it until he's old enough to decide what he wants to use on his own. So the other kid product is another Bathorium product. It's the Little Charlie Bubble Bath Milk. So we sort of alternated. We either used this one or we used the coconut milk bath. I really love both. They're both very gentle. They don't suds up like a lot, so you're not gonna get like a lot of bubbles. You're gonna get more bubbles from the Plenty Naturals one than you will from this, but I do really like this one because it's very gentle. It smells really good. It makes the water feel really nice, so we do love those. I do think I still have the milk bath, but I think I'm out of the bubbles for him, so I need to rebuy him more bubbles. Okay, so then other bath products for me, like body bath products. I did use up 2 of the Live Botanical Lavender and Cacao body polish. Obviously this is the old packaging. I had 2 sitting around. I had one in my stand-up shower that's in my bathroom over here, and then we didn't actually use that shower for a couple of months because the caulking needed to be resealed on it, and it was just, my husband does it, or like was gonna do it, so it like, for him to get in there and like scrape out all the old caulking and re-put new caulking in, like he procrastinated a lot, so that shower didn't get used for like 4 months. So then I brought the other jar that I had into our other shower, our separate bathroom. And then I used one jar in there, and then when we got back into this one, because he finally did it like a month or 2 ago, I've been using this shower now. I finished the other one. So I finished both of these. I do have 1 jar in the new packaging, but I'm hoping she restocks it soon, or, well, I wouldn't be able to rebuy it until sort of like around Black Friday anyway, just because of the weather. It does melt when it does get very warm. So if you are in like a heat sensitive area, you know, don't buy things that are whipped or butters or things like that, because they do end up melting. So I can't buy that until the winter anyway, so I think I have 1 more to tide me over until then. I also finished the Lil Fox Flower Ball Heart Chakra Body Polish. This one I've been kicking around for a while. I love the scent of the Flower Ball. You know, the Flower Ball scent that Lil Fox has. I think she has a perfume and a body wash too. I'm not quite sure. I know she has a perfume. But the blend of this, it's very big and like thick. It's much chunkier than the Live Botanical one or the Naturalogic one, which is also my favorite. Those are very fine and they melt really nicely into the skin. This one is just very large chunks, and they don't melt as easily as, you know, some of the other ones that I really like. So while I love the scent of this one, it's not one that I'd rebuy just because it is a chunkier polish and I don't like that as much. Plus it is very expensive. It's $70. So that's a little bit outside my budget of body products, especially because of how fast I can go through them. One that I used up, another body scrub was the Indy Coconut Citrus Scrub. This one was just all right. I mean, I'm not really like the biggest fan of the Indy products, and this one wasn't really anything special. It had like a nice grain on it, but I didn't really like the scent on it. So this one is, again, it's not one that I'll rebuy, and I wouldn't recommend this one. So if I'm gonna recommend you a body scrub, it's gonna be the Live Botanical one, which I don't think is in stock right now. The Naturalogic Embody Polish, which is always in stock, I'm pretty sure, and that one doesn't have like a heat sensitivity thing to it because it's not like a whip or a butter. And then also the Skin Alchemists body scrub, which has like a nutmeg and a clove. It's like a very spicy, but it's got like that fine grain on it that I love so much. I'm gonna recommend you any one of those because those are just the ones that have like the grit that I like the best. They've got the scents that are like really amazing and they're all very different. But any one of those three, you can't really go wrong. So the last body thing that I have is the Nene Organics Cocoa Milk Bath Milk. I just had like one little sample of it, and this one was also very nice. I do really love his bath products as well. The milk is just, it's very nice and moisturizing, and it feels really nice and smells really nice. So I love that. Maybe at some point I'll get a full size of that too. Erica, if you're in the States, and you want to buy Nene Organics, I do recommend shopping from the Beauty Garden because that's my friend Erica's shop. Or if you want to shop through Nene Organics directly, I always have a coupon code with Nene Organics, which it has changed. So before, the gift with purchase was a detox oil if you spent 100 pounds or more. Now the gift with purchase is if you spend 120 pounds or more, you get a free Crimson Beauty. So we switch up the gift with purchase every once in a while to give you something different, so it's not always the same. So if you've been wanting to try Crimson Beauty and you want to try, you know, the rest of the Nene Organics line or something like that, that is the gift with purchase now, and for the more foreseeable future, probably in a few months, you know, we might change it again. We'll sort of see. But that's what the gift with purchase is right now, so definitely check that out if you're interested, you know, purchasing from Nene directly. And then speaking of Nene, oh wait, I thought I finished up, oh no, I didn't actually end up finishing up my second rain until the very beginning of May. So that's in my May empties. But I did finish up a second rain because I love rain so much. Rain is so beautiful. But from Nene Organics, I did finish the Natura Detox Foam. This was the very first one. The formula has changed a little bit since this one. I do believe it's a little bit more gentle, or maybe it's got more like greens in it or something. I'm not quite sure what the difference is between the old formula and the newer one. But if you ordered the Boxwalla box that came with the Natura Detox Foam in it, you have the newer formula. So I did finish up this old one. I really love it. It's like this foaming powder cleanser. It smells like a green smoothie, and it doesn't dry out my skin. That's what I love about it the most, because some of these like powdered exfoliating foaming cleansers can feel very stripping to the skin. Like the one from Audacité is very stripping, at least for me it is. This one's not. It's moisturizing. It makes my skin feel like glass and clean, and I love it. Love it so much. Okay, I did finish a couple of acne things. Another Mighty Patch Invisibles. I pretty much have one of those one a month, at least one a month, depending on my skin. And then I also finished up one of these Rail Beauty Miracle Patch. These are the ones with the micro crystal spot covers. I'm not convinced that these actually do anything because I've used the ones from Hero, or the Mighty Patch, yeah, Hero Cosmetics. I've used the ones that are the sort of like micro needle ones from this company. I've used the ones from Rail. I don't really notice much of a difference when I used either one. And they usually are very expensive. So if you want to try one of them, try the one from Rail, just because you do get 9 and it is cheaper than the Hero Cosmetics ones. The ones from Hero Cosmetics, you only get like 6 and it's like $18 or something. Crazy expensive. I forget how much this one was because it came in like a pack with all of their acne patches. But if you want to try it, I would suggest trying this one, because there are some from other companies that do these like micro needle ones that are just so very expensive. I think, what is it? I don't know, there's another one where it's like $25 for like 6 of them or something. Just expensive. So I'll link the Rail ones down below. I would recommend trying those out if you want to try those micro crystal, micro needle dots or whatever, just because it is cheaper. But in general, I don't think that they do. I don't think they do much, but that's my opinion. I did finish up a sample of the Osmia Purely Gentle? Purely Gentle Mud Cleanser. I don't think it had like one use in it. It was just okay. I would need like a larger sample of that to know if that's something that I would want to use. But I think it was nice. It's a lot nicer than the Mud Cleanser from Osmia. That one is just way too intense for my skin. So if I'm gonna go with either one, I would probably pick up the Osmia one, but I don't know that I would pick that one up anyway, but I don't know. We'll see in the future. I did also finish up a few other skincare things before we get to masks. I have the Lee Howe Refreshing Face Mist. This one came in the Beauty Heroes box last year, or it might have been in 2019 actually. And then I have the Full Moon Serum from Graydon that I finished up. Really love the Full Moon Serum. I have another bottle of that and I would repurchase that because I did like that for my skin. The Lihao is also very nice and refreshing. I feel like, I don't know what the deal is with the Lihao mist. It gets very ugly because of the blue tansy. I don't know the way that they sort of like, I don't know, incorporate it into their formula, but like it sort of like collects at the top of the glass. At least it did for this one. In the one that I got from the Detox box, it seems like they may have tweaked the formula a little bit so it doesn't do that. But I've also seen other people with those bigger bottles, like the one that I got from the Detox Market, who have that same issue where it still collects like the blue tansy, you know, like around the top, like the oil separates from the essential oil. So I don't know. I don't really like that because it just gets very ugly, but I mean, it feels nice and it's very refreshing, but it can look kind of ugly. So that's probably a very superficial thing to like be upset about, but I don't know. It bothers me. Okay, so the last skincare thing before we get to masks I have is the Luxe Botanics Discovery Kit. This is the Rainforest Discovery one, I think. I forget exactly which one this was called, but it's the one that had the Kigelia serum and moisturizer, and I did finish up all the products in April. So this one came with the Marula Pre-Cleanser, which is the oil cleanser, the Camo Brightening Cleanser, which is the cream cleanser, the Camo Brightening Mist, the Corrective Serum, the Kigelia Corrective Serum, and the Kigelia Corrective Moisturizer. My favorite products from Luxe are definitely the cleansers and the Kigelia Serum. I think those are really great products. The moisturizer, like I like sometimes, but if you use too much, it can be a little bit sticky and tacky. And it just kind of, it's a very interesting different texture from like other moisturizers because it's clear and like a gel. So you kind of have to play around with the amount that you put on your face to make sure you don't put too much. Yeah, and then the Camo Moisturizer, or the Camo Brightening Mist is kind of the same. It's not my favorite mist because it can feel kind of like sticky, and it's like if I spray it all over my face, I have to wipe it off my eyelids, otherwise my eyelids kind of like stick together. So I love Luxe Botanics, but I definitely think the best products from them are their cleansers and the Kigelia Moisturizer. Now, I haven't tried the Camo Serum and the Camo Moisturizer in quite a long time, and I also haven't tried their Marula Serum before, so hopefully at some point I can try those products and then maybe do like a whole line review, or just let you know about those products whenever I try them, you know, sort of like in the future. But the Kigelia Serum, if you are someone who's got acne prone skin, is really great because it is really potent and works really well at healing and like clearing acne. That and like the Fit Glow Mandelic Drops are also awesome. Probably some of the best, those sort of like the best acne products. So the last products that I have are masks, and my dewiness is very distracting at this point, and I'm sorry. This is why I wear powder most of the time, just because my skin just doesn't do super well with like, but it's so weird. Like it looks super shiny and dewy, even though it doesn't feel like wet or anything. I don't know, my skin is so weird. Anyway, so yeah, I went through all of my masks and I was trying to figure out like which ones were the oldest, which ones only had like a use or two left, so I could finish up like a bunch of masks. So these are the ones I managed to get through in April. So I finished up this one, the Bean from Mahalo. This is the one that came in the, I actually have it sitting right here, the Paradise collection. So this is the size from the Paradise collection. That's the only products from that I finished so far. Because the Bean, this is the 15 mil, so I think it only had like 3, possibly 4 uses in it, and I love the Bean, especially when it's like super fresh and very like nice and like soft, and it works really well. It's so super potent when it's fresh. Definitely use it, you know, right when you get it. I love the Bean so much. It's like such a great mask. So yeah, I finished up that. And then I also finished up the Leilani Melly Glow, which is their Illuminating Nectar Mask. I've used either 2 or 3 of these. I can't remember exactly how many I've used now, but it's like, it's slightly exfoliating. It's got like hyaluronic acid. It makes my skin feel really good. I do have a coupon code for Leilani through June. So if you want to purchase anything from Leilani, I will leave the coupon code down below. They did offer me a sort of like temporary, sort of more like intimate coupon that I could, you know, give to you guys. That's just through me and not through them. So if you want to purchase anything from Leilani, I do have a coupon through June. I will also have some other videos. I wanted, because they gave me this sort of like coupon opportunity, I wanted to do some other videos to like highlight, you know, some of my other favorite Leilani products. I haven't really talked about them in a while, so look for those in June sometime. I also finished off the Kahina Giving Beauty Antioxidant Mask. This is one of my favorites. I really love the combo of this and then afterwards the moisturizing mask from Kahina Giving Beauty. But I love the antioxidant mask. It's one of my favorites. It just makes my skin feel really good. It doesn't give it any sort of like noticeable like change. Like when I use the bean, I have like a noticeable brightening difference, resurfacing difference, and then like when I use the Melly Glow, my skin just looks really sort of like refreshed. I guess maybe this one gives me sort of like a refreshing look, maybe like a light resurfacing, but I just love it. This one I don't love so much. This one's the 12 Beauty, the London Mask. It's anti-pollution purifying. This one came in a Boxwalla box quite a long time ago actually, but it still smelled and felt okay, so I just went ahead and used it. I would not buy this one again. I just didn't notice a remarkable difference in my skin. It moisturized my skin, but I've got other masks that moisturize my skin that I would prefer to use over this one, especially because this one's kind of pricey. I would rather, if I'm gonna go with like a really expensive moisturizing mask, I would rather use like the Daphna's Revival, which is just like out of this world. That is just like such an amazing mask. This one is just sort of like, okay, it's not amazing. It doesn't blow my socks off, but I had it. I wanted to finish it, but yeah, that's one that I wouldn't repurchase. But I definitely would purchase these three. I do have, you know, I have another bean, I have another Melly Glow, and I think I actually do have another antioxidant mask. So I love those. I will always keep those in rotation. So as far as empties go, that's all that I've got for this video. Those were my March and April empties. I worked really hard on using a lot of stuff up in April, as you could see. May, I'm doing decently well. I've been using up some stuff pretty regularly, but I am testing, you know, some skincare that I'm not like on the verge of using up, but I'm trying to use up some other things. Like I'm using up a lot of mists. I'm still trying to go through my mists and using up my like older ones so I can sort of get through my mist collection, because I do have quite a lot of mists. Mists are one of those things where you can go through them really quickly, but you can also sort of like collect a lot. And then you have like your favorites where you don't want to use like anything else. Like I love my Tower 28 SOS mist. I use that all the time. My Nene Organics Rain, like I really don't want to use anything else. I love my Atmosphere mist from Natural Logic. I don't know what else I have, but like my favorites, at some point I will do like my favorite mists and like my mist collection. I know that I've gone through quite a lot of mists, but you know, I'll write down. We'll go over all the ones that I've like used, because I've used a ton of mists, but when we get there. I do need to pick back up my my oil cleanser video. I know I have incentive to do it now, so you'll see it either the end of May or the beginning of June, because one of my favorites is the Leilani cleansing oil, and I have this incentive now to you know, make sure that you guys get use out of my coupon if it's something that you want to use. So I will do some content with Leilani in May and June, since I have that now. So that is something that is like going to push me to put out put out the second part of my oil cleanser video, because I know I started that back like in September, I started a long time ago. And then we'll sort of get into the rest. You know, we'll work on balm cleansers, we'll work on the other cleansers. You guys know how it is over here. I just sort of like, I have ideas, I half finish them, and then I do something else, because my brain is just like, it's all over the place. I wish there was like 5 of me, so like I could do all the things that I want to do, and you know, like test all the products that I want to test. But then I think I get so overwhelmed sometimes with like the amount of stuff that I do and like the ideas that I have, the amount of stuff that I have, the amount of stuff that I do have, and the ideas that I have. However you want to say that, I just get so overwhelmed that I just like, it's almost sort of like paralyzing, that I just like don't do them. Like I have the ideas, I want to do them, but then like I get so paralyzed by like, oh my God, it's just so overwhelming that I just don't do it. So I think I get like that sometimes. And then I'm stuck in my rut of, you know, Beauty Heroes videos, favorites videos, empties, this just in, and then I just do the same thing like over and over again. So, I mean, like I love doing these things, and like obviously you guys watch them. Like those are that's the content that gets watched on my channel. Like when I do the more creative stuff, or I do the stuff that like is like I find exciting, it doesn't get watched, and like that shit gets depressing too sometimes, you know? So it's like, do I do the stuff that I know that you guys will watch, because then I know people are interested in this stuff, or do I do this stuff that I'm interested in, but then my channel dies because nobody watches it? I don't know. I haven't found the answer yet, obviously, which is why I'm still like grappling with it, but whatever. Anyway, that's all that I have for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on any of the products that I used, if you have any thoughts about them, if I like something that you hate, or maybe what's your favorite empty product that you've used lately? I don't know. Let's chat about something. But anyway, I hope that you guys had fun hanging out with me for a little bit, and I will see you guys in my next one.